gotta be like old mail that I never even opened. When's the last time you cleaned the front of your refrigerator? I'd like to know. Whoops. Houston, we have a problem. I'm super fly pissed. Is the battery charged? Yes. Got my Christmas lights. I am going to answer some comments. Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri and today I am in the kitchen, but I'm gonna be all over the house in this DIY Wednesday. We have something, I'd like to say great, but I'm kind of dreading it to be quite honest. So right now it is, I think it's 9 o'clock, 9:01. Yeah. 9:01 in the morning, and we are gonna be working from 9 to 5 because you know how I have been kind of like touting all 2020 that 2020 is the year that we're gonna get organized and get shit done that we've been putting off. You know how I've been saying that? Yeah, the shit that we've been putting off and continued to put off during all of 2020, we are going to get done in one fell swoop, and it's happening today. A while ago, Editor John sent me this video of this guy. His name is Beau Miles, and the video is a mile an hour running a different kind of marathon. He did this thing where he was gonna run a marathon in 24 hours. His like neighborhood block, he kind of lives out in the country, is a perfect mile. Every hour on the hour, he runs around his block. But within that 24 hours, every hour, he was gonna work on a project that he needed to get done. So he had a long laundry list, and then every top of the hour, he was going to go run a mile. So within the 24-hour period, he would have ran a marathon while getting a bunch of shit done during 24 hours. Now, that just sounds crazy to me. A, ain't nobody running. Let's just start right there. No, but I will take a walk around the block if that's what we need to do. And B, I'm not staying up for 24 hours. Nothing that I need to get done is that fucking serious. But the point of his video was, how many things can we get done if we utilize our time properly? So that's what I wanted us to do today. I am just going to go for an 8-hour period. I made a laundry list, and things might get added to this laundry list as we go, but I made a ginormous laundry list of things that I need to get done. Clean the mini blinds, clean the windows. Nobody wants to do these things, but these things need to get done, and that's why we keep putting them off. Now, I was gonna say, now I do have some fun things on here. They're not really that fun. We are going to the garage. We are going to make a DIY for some under the bed storage. You know, shit like organize your craft closet, repair things. Like there's some grout missing from my kitchen sink. So I went and bought grout so that I could re-grout this little area of my kitchen sink. This grout just didn't fall out yesterday. It's been like this forever. I see it every time I do the dishes, every time I clean the sink, and I just have let it go. But not today. We are not letting shit go today. It's almost the end of 2020, and we are going to get shit done. The goal is, and what I kind of learned from Beau, if we just stay on task and stay focused and use our time wisely and not like fuck around. Like I can't tell you like how many times I'm like, okay, I'm gonna scrub the grout on my kitchen floor. I scrub a little bit and I'm like, ooh, let's see what's on TV. Or gosh, now that I'm scrubbing the grout, I should probably like clean the baseboards. And then that doesn't get finished. Or if you're organizing something, you take 8 million years when really you can look at something right away and be like, trash, 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 keep, you know, and then reorganize it and be done with it. We all try to find something else to do other than the task at hand. We're not doing that today. Beau inspired me and challenged me. So I am going to challenge you. I happen to have today off, so I thought it was perfect. I'm home alone. I can run around like a crazy person. I picked 8 hours. Am I dreading 8 hours? Yes. Do I not want to do it for 8 hours? Yeah, 100%. But at the end of the 8 hours, when we look at our checklist and we say, holy shit, we got so much done. We were so efficient. So I'm doing this today for 8 hours, but I hope that I inspire you and challenge you to do something very similar. Write a list, set a time frame, and get going. That's not to say we're not taking breaks. Maybe we'll walk around the block. Maybe we'll run to Starbucks and get another mocha. Things that are very efficient and very planned out. So in my head, I was like, how the fuck am I gonna film this? I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to do this. I gotta clean this. Oh, the list says I gotta do this. Like, obviously, it's gonna be maybe a shit show, but I'm not going to do my list of items it's in no particular order. It's freezing outside right now, so I thought it's best to start with some indoor items. My first indoor items are actually in this kitchen. What time is it? It's 9:10. I've been wasting time. And here's another thing. Like, I could sit here and just do this intro to this video for like the next 30 minutes just to put off doing what is on this list. We're not going to do that. We are going to get started, and we are doing 8 hours of DIY / organization / getting shit done, because it's the end of 2020 and we promised ourselves that we would have all the shit done. So we're doing it today. So I have set my kitchen timer for 45 minutes because basically I want it to go off on the hour every hour. First item up for bids is organize this area here. This may not seem like a big deal, but let me just show you. Can somebody please tell me what the fuck is going on in this cabinet here? And the drawers are no better. We're gonna go to town. Throw the shit away that we don't need. Like, this has gotta be like old mail that I never even opened. I mean, seriously, this is a windshield repair kit that I bought because Vivian Tries said it worked. And do I have a windshield to repair? No, I do not. Trash bag in hand, 45 minutes on the clock. So it's cleaned out now. I have created a shit show on my counter. That's okay. We're gonna organize that, and that's gonna go back in here. The mail that was in here was from like 2017. There were old bank statements from my event planning company that I had like 8 years ago. This shit doesn't technically belong in this cupboard, but it got put here because I was too lazy to put it where it goes. So I have a huge trash bag going, votive holders and candles. This paint from when we first bought the house 17 years ago. This was the touch-up paint that the builder left us that's been sitting up there. I don't think this paint is good anymore. We need to throw it away. But I feel like I'm doing good. And while this first project may have been a little boring, it's getting me like in that mood. You need that one project to be like, yes, organizing, what have you. There, I knew. It's been 1 hour since we started. It's time to take a walk. I'm just gonna take a walk around the block to just like clear my head, take a break, get out of that chaos. I have my mocha. I'm not gonna dilly-dally, but it's good to like just remove yourself from what you're doing for a second so you don't get overwhelmed. And then we'll go back in, restart the timer, and continue on with our checklist. 1 hour down, 7 more to go. We're back from our walk, and I got a little bit inspired. My neighbor Glenn took PVC pipe and made basically like big arches up his walkway with Christmas lights on them. And I always thought, oh, that looks so cool. But I didn't want to copy Glenn. But on the other side of the block, they did something very similar, but instead of just doing a big U, they actually made Christmas tree shapes out of PVC pipe, big enough to walk under, and they lined their walkway up to the front door, and then they wrapped those in Christmas lights, and it looked so cute. So we might be making PVC Christmas tree walkway light things. Who knows? Enough of that. Timer is reset. Let's finish this shit so we can move on to the next. Why was that cupboard so full? It didn't need to be, clearly. I do have some stuff that I need to put away in other areas of the house. And then quickly tackle these drawers. Ooh, and then I don't know. Okay, this is where it gets like, are you really gonna do that or should you just throw them away? Votives with spent candles in them. Am I going to clean these spent candles out and clean these votive holders? And then I have these really cute ones. Look, they hang. We could even make like a candle chandelier out of these. But the thing is I need to clean them. So maybe while I'm talking about it, I should just put a pot of boiling water on the stove and set these in there. I guess I'll clean them. I did start a pot of simmering water. Candles are sitting in there, so hopefully all that wax melts out, then we'll dump it and then I can put those in the dishwasher. But I wanna knock these drawers out. I can't even with these drawers. Why is there ribbon? I don't know. A million glue bottles that are probably spent. Batteries that look like they've seen better days. A phone is in this drawer, like a house phone. Why am I finding my expired licenses everywhere? This one expired in 2010. A paint can opener! That doesn't belong here. Oh, these paper clips. You wanna hear a story about where these paper clips are from? A while back, probably 25 years maybe ago, that's really dating me, I used to dance for the 49er Gold Rush cheerleading team. I know. When they gave us our pom-poms, oh, it's the timer. They were like gold mylar, but they were all really straight. And we were required to crimp them. So what you had to do was you had to take 3 of the pom fronds and then fan fold them back and forth and back and forth. And then you secured them with a paper clip so they could sit that way overnight. This old, sad plastic baggie looks like it disintegrated and broke open, and now they're all at the bottom of this drawer. So I know the timer went off and it's time to take a walk. It's time to regroup, but I'm like so in the thick of it, I don't want to stop. So I'm gonna skip this walk, continue with these drawers, and then we'll move on to the next part of the checklist. Check it. Done! 2 organization things off the list. What's next? Ooh, it is getting kind of nice. I do need to clean the backyard. Plus I want to get started on our DIY in the garage. Ooh, okay, there's so many things. We might want to just work our way this way because I do need to grout the sink area. And then I also wanted to clean off the fridge. Yeah, there's a ton of shit just in the kitchen alone. Let's stop talking. Let's go over to the fridge and clean that shit. The fridge. Seriously, this is a Christmas party invitation from last Christmas. There's just shit on this fridge that does not need to be here anymore. Like, really, do I need a magnet? 2 magnets for super air and appliance repair? No, I don't. This is baby Davis. Oh my gosh. It's been here so long, it's fucking stuck to the fridge. Dorothy and Dave, they already got married. That's a save the date. I know my fridge is not the only fridge that looks like this. 3-year gaming protection program that I got for Davis. Expires September 12th, 2013. I don't think this is valid anymore. Oh, see? This is me and Shannon from when we were in cheer for the Niners. Proof right there. This is handy. This is a liquid measurement equivalent magnet. I like this magnet, it's staying. You know we're using our all-purpose cleaner that we already made. DIY's gone by. Golly, look how filthy it is. It's like I'm a pig. When's the last time you cleaned the front of your refrigerator? I'd like to know. See, this was a quick project. Why I just never did it. I stare at it every day. And it, what, took 5 minutes? Looking good, looking good. Now let's reorganize the refrigerator. The fridge is done and it looks lovely. My candles, I need to get these glass containers out of here because they're gonna be hot. Whoops. That was one of those cute hanging ones. Now I have to clean up glass. Ow, 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 the glass is hot. That's just gonna sit there for a second. I do have slippers on, so I'm okay. That's gonna leave wax on my counter. Another thing to add to the list, clean wax up off your countertop. Uh-oh, time to walk. Let's go take a break from this. We've been working hard. I mean, we have gotten quite a bit done. Shit that we wouldn't have been getting done normally. So let's go take a walk. take a break, breathe some air. Okay, don't worry, I did turn off my stove. I'm not leaving that unattended. It's very nice, so I think after we grout the sink really quick, we'll come out to the garage and get started on that DIY I wanted to do. And then we might clean the backyard, maybe trim some trees. And right now it's only 12 o'clock. So we've been working for about 3 hours and I think we've accomplished a lot. We'll get back in there after I walk around the block and get back to it. Look, here are those PVC pipe Christmas trees I was telling you about. I feel like we need to make those, right? Okay, we are back. Next, I want to grout the sink. Now, my sink is pretty dirty on this side. Well, probably the whole thing. All this grout is pretty bad, but this right here is a complete gap. So I'm just gonna clean this side of the sink and then get my grout and then just grout that area. I know I probably should be using a homemade remedy and not Comet, but I didn't have a homemade remedy prepared, so Comet it is. Let me go get my grout and then we'll get to grouting. Houston, we have a problem. I bought this grout because I needed to fix some grout in my shower. This tub is like powdery grout and then you put water in it and you mix it up and it becomes grout. Well, the grout that I didn't use, it didn't stay. It's completely hard. I put some water in it to try to reactivate it. That didn't work. What a waste. It's a grout rock in here. And now I have no grout to grout what I needed to grout. I'm super fly pissed, so we can't do this today. Ugh. So I guess that means we're gonna move on to our DIY in the garage. Okay, so here's the plan. I want to make some under the bed storage because right now my under the bed just has a bunch of shit under it and I'd like to contain it in a nicer way. I have had this and I thought, well, these are already boxes. What if I just remove it from its thing? That will give me 3 boxes. I'll put some casters on it, put a little handle, boom, boom, under the bed storage. While I do have a platform bed and there's a lot of clearance, it's only 12 inches of clearance. Oh, good. They're 10 inches. And my casters, these are 2 inches. Oh my gosh, that's exactly 12 inches. Oh, it's just under 10. That will give us a little bit of clearance. And I like that they say Orchard on them. I might just stain them dark with my dark stain because my bedroom furniture is dark. This has literally been sitting by the door into the house. So it became a catch-all. So first order of business is get this shit out of it. And then I'm just gonna take it apart, screw on our casters, stain it, put a handle, I did by handles, done. This is trash. Ooh, a CD, what's in here? Workout DVDs, ain't nobody gonna do these. Trash, ooh, a microphone. This is a BB gun, don't become alarmed, it's just a BB gun. More trash, nothing's in the bottom, yay. Okay, let's get out our drill. Ooh, come on. Is the battery charged? Yes. Now, I know you guys are probably like, well, Sheri, if I wanted to make under the bed storage, I don't have a cute Osh display box like you do. This is just wood squares. It made into a box. You could make this out of scrap wood. Just put some casters on it and you're done. Yay, 1. Okay, so my plan was I purchased these little handles at the Lowe's as well. But what I was thinking is they already have handles here. If I put them under my bed this way, I could just use this handle. That's $6 I could return. So I think I just might use the natural handle and put them under the bed this way instead of the other way. The problem is this bottom board is very thin. So anything I screw will just come right up and be in here. The bottom of these casters are like a rectangle, and so they perfect fit like right in the corner here. But what I'm contemplating is, do I need to cut like little scrap wood squares for the inside? Oh, you know what? I wonder if my baby screws would work. Let's try. Just enough to cause havoc with whatever you put in this box. I just need tiny little baby square pieces of wood. Hold on, let me think about it. We don't have much time, we have things to do. Okay, you see it, it's the jigsaw. I had this little, very thin, I think we use this for a backer of a mirror. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut little baby rectangles the size of this out. And then I'm going to wood glue a little piece of this into each corner and then screw into that. I'm gonna just do this super fast. I'm not measuring. I'm going to cut up first and then I'm gonna go boom, 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 boom. Okay, because the alarm is going off in 1 minute, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been working pretty hard since 9 o'clock. It is time to take a little bit of a lunch break. We are allowed that, union rules. I'm going to go to the Starbucks. I'm gonna get a mocha, maybe a snack. I don't wanna take too long. We're not taking an hour lunch break here. I feel like now that we've done that major like cleaning and organization, all of these other little things that we need to get done on our list, they're gonna just fly by. This being one of them. I mean, we only just barely started this and we're almost done already. I don't know, we'll see. The lunch break might be an hour. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's just start our lunch break right now and then we'll keep checking things off the list. The lunch break has officially started. I have already pre-ordered my Starbucks. Just gonna head on over, grab it, and come right back. Here, yay! So technically I took a 30-minute lunch break. Instead of setting the alarm for 2 o'clock, I went ahead and set the alarm for 3 o'clock. So we're gonna work an hour and a half and then take our next walk around the block. I'm gonna finish these up and move right along. I did bring out my spray cleaner because this one was disgusting. Just a little wood glue will do me. Now, yay. Now I just need to do that to the rest of the 4 corners, glue in the other wood squares, put the casters on those, stain it, and we're done. All my casters are on. Everything's looking beautiful. So now what I wanted to do is clean up, like here, Red Vines, California. Oh, licorice. And this one was rock candy for $7.99 each. So it's leaving this residue, so I'm gonna scrape that off. Then I've got my Minwax dark walnut stain. I'm just gonna slap a coat of stain on the outside and these will be done because we decided we're not putting the handles on, which is good because I was thinking the money that I will get for returning the handles will go to purchasing more grout for the kitchen sink. And voila, we have our 3 under the bed storage containers that are on casters that are gonna just whoop, whoop, whoop. What's under the bed? Yay, we did that. But while I'm out here, while these are out here, I had already put up all my house Christmas lights, like along the roof line. But what I didn't do yet was the garage. So I figure while I'm out in the garage, I might as well do around the garage frame, get that knocked out. It wasn't on the list, but I thought of it, I'm here, let's add it to the list right now. Okay, got my Christmas lights that are a tangled mess and my staple gun, and I'm just gonna go right along. All right, our alarm's going off soon, so let's get to it. They're hung. They're not super perfect. I like all my lights to be pointing down or in. I painstakingly did the ones on the roof, but these I just threw up. But guess what I didn't do before I even started was test them to make sure they work. That's rule number 1 in light hanging. Uh-oh, I can see a glimmer to here, and then there's no glimmer after this light. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell? I'm saving that for someone else to figure out. So the Christmas lights around the garage situation, it wasn't even on the list. I don't know why half of that strand works and then the rest doesn't, but I'm really mad about it, and I'm so glad I put them up quickly and didn't straighten each one, because usually I do like a staple on either side of each light to make sure they're all pointing properly. I'm glad I didn't do that because this might be a situation where this might all have to come down, but I'm not dealing with that. So we have 8 minutes left until our timer goes off, so I am going to clean the garage up from my mess, and then we'll go back inside and start doing more stuff inside. So the garage is clean, the alarm is going off, it is time to, and you know what, I just came in the house and was like, you haven't peed all day. We're gonna stop the alarm, we're gonna go pee, we're gonna take a walk around the block, clear our head, and come back, because we only have 2 more hours left of this checklist. I was like, it doesn't really seem like you've gotten a lot done. The chore checklist Doesn't look like I'm getting a lot off. However, I will say this. We did add some things to the chore checklist that was not planned, like cleaning out those stupid votive things. Not that that took a lot of time, but it took a little bit of time. Putting up the Christmas lights, that wasn't on my chore list. So far, we've accomplished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an entire DIY, 6 things, and we have 2 hours left. So what I'm gonna do on my walk is I'm going to look at my chore list. There are some big things on here. And not that I thought that this entire chore list was going to get done in an 8-hour period, no. But these are all things that I'd like to get done around the house eventually. Well, actually, I could organize the linen closet, clean the side yard, that might take a while. Organize the top of the pantry, I can get that done. There's no way I'm sewing curtain panels, that's not happening. I need to fix the succulent wall hanging. We did that DIY. It was a we can make that from something we saw at Pottery Barn. A couple of the succulents have like fallen off. I need to just hot glue them back in. So I'm gonna go through this list and pick things that we can just go boom, 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 and get those done within the next 2 hours. But first, I gotta go pee. I went pee, I've taken a walk, I've regrouped. I am ready to just take it to the extreme. That just makes me think of Harold and Kumar. Extreme!
Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not so extreme and 10 being extremely extreme, I give this a 9.5!
We're gonna just push real hard and we're gonna get checked off some of the quick and easy things just to get them off our list. So I need to heat up a hot glue gun. Yeah, let's get to that. So hot glue gun is heating up so that we're prepared for our next repair project, but this is the first project. Remember this? This was the mirror frame that I had hanging above the fireplace before we made the pallet mirror. Guess where this has been sitting? Up against the wall in my sitting room. For how long ago did we make that? I was saving this thinking, yeah, I'll make something out of it, but in reality, I'm not going to. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like, let's be real. I fall into this trap. I don't know if you fall into this trap. Clearly, you saw from my desk kitchen cupboard, I hang on to things. Oh, I'll use this eventually. Yeah, no. Eventually is not happening. This is real life. I need to be real honest with myself, and I need to get rid of things that I am not going to do anything with. So I need to take it apart and I need to throw it away. And that is on the list and I'm doing it. That's it. We're taking it apart and I'm throwing it away. All this is tied together with leather strapping. It was actually a pretty interesting thing that I learned. If you wet leather, it's malleable and then you can wrap it around, and when it dries, it holds on so securely. Like, I didn't nail it in or anything. And now look, I just lectured myself and you about saving shit you're never gonna use as I sit here and go, oh, if I re-wet this leather. 1 second ago, I just was saying, throw the shit away that you're never gonna use. We don't need to carry over shit from 2020 into 2021. 2020 was already shitty enough without bringing our shit over into the next year. And this is so easy to take apart. Why did I just let it clutter up my cute sitting room for no fucking reason? I don't know. Oh, I forgot. I did good. Like, I literally notched out part of the thing so they sat in here. This is cute, Sheri. Memories that are getting thrown in the garbage. I won't throw these in the garbage. I have a fire pit out in the backyard, so I will go put them in the backyard so that I can chop them and put them in my firewood pile for the fire pit. There, they're getting recycled. Ugh, I feel so much better about that. Next, moving on, this. Remember this? It's been hanging in my bathroom. The foam broke and some of the pieces have fallen off. So what I need to do is just repair this, that's all. And I bought a couple extra in case I need to fill in. These came right from the Dollar Tree. And then I have some extra foam and I bought some more moss just in case. It's weird that this side decided to fall apart. Let's get our this and organize where these suckers are going. And that is the sound of the buzzer. Another hour done. just in time. So now I can go ahead and go hang it back where it belongs and then do some other shit. Okay, this is our last walk of the day. Sidewalk chalk. And then we'll get back in and get to it. Okay, so in this last 42 minutes, we're back in the kitchen again because I had a lot of kitchen projects. One of them being the little drawer cupboard bumper things. I feel like my house was built before the soft close cabinets. My cabinets had these little rubber bumpers on them, so when you close them, they didn't slam. However, we've been in this house like 17 years, and the little rubber bumpers have either come off or flattened themselves out, or quite frankly, just became weird and sticky. I don't like the slam noise. No one likes that. I bought a lot because I don't just want to do my kitchen cupboards. I want to go through all the bathrooms. I want to go through the laundry room and put all new ones on the cabinets. So what I need to do is go through, remove the old gross bumper sticky stuff, and then put these new ones on. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, that's the 5 o'clock buzzer. We did it. 8 hours. Now, I did not finish the kitchen. As you can see, I've got a lot of fucking cupboards in my kitchen. But let me tell you something. These new little bumpers, it's a quality of life thing. Like, here's one without a bumper. Here's one with one. Seriously? I know, right? They're, let's call it halfway done, which is good. It is 5 o'clock now. We've been working from 9 to 5, but I'm thinking, because there was one thing on my list that I wanted to get done today and I didn't do it. Respond to some of your comments. I've been super fucking slacking on that and I apologize. So I think I'm gonna work 1 hour overtime and I am going to answer some comments. And then we will go through everything we got done today in our 8-hour DIY marathon. This is my 45 minutes of overtime. I get paid time and a half. I mean, so many of you, and I so appreciate it. You're so wonderful and so thoughtful. And you know, you have it in the back of your mind, like you need to get this done. So let's do some now. I usually sit here on the couch with my laptop like up like this. I do have a method to my madness when I am super behind on comments. Usually I start at the oldest comment and then I work my way up. Today I might get a few of the comments answered that came in like within this last week, and then I'll go back to the bottom. So you may have commented 4 weeks ago and I might just be replying today. Oh, this is a Hennicure one from Rose. I'm not gonna read them all out loud, but you know, Rose Johnson. Oh my God, thank you. I watched this with my mom. She laughed and laughed. Oh, I'm so glad, Rose. You guys, I mean, seriously, you guys are so sweet to me. Oh my gosh. And then she must have been sitting with her mom watching video after video because this next one on the Numi Birch Tech Hybrid, she said, I agree. I know what you mean, Rose. And it's because my before and afters in my skincare Saturdays look like fucking prison pictures. I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes look at those before and after pictures, and while I don't think like I'm a gorgeous supermodel, I also don't think I'm nearly as pathetic looking as I do in those before and after pictures. Rose, I know exactly what you mean. Shantae D was watching the Mix Tiles DIY. It was so awesome and entertaining. Oh, well, thank you. You know what totally cracks me up? To this day, I still get comments on my very first Neutrogena, just like blue skies. I see a difference, keep using it. That was like 2 years ago, but okay, I will. Emily, again, you guys are so nice. Emily says, you are hilarious. I love watching your stuff. Thank you. That was on Is Cindy Crawford Canceled? Oh, these are like blasts from the past videos. I love it. So we have Violet commented on the Rock skincare video, which I love when I hear this from you guys. But then I'm also sad when I know that you wasted money on other things. But Violet says that she wishes she would have found me earlier, like before she spent money on all the other shit, including Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair and Olay Regenerist, which you know I tested both of those things and didn't love either one of them as much as I loved The Rock. Violet, I'm glad you found me too, but I'm sad you spent your money on those. I mean, not to say that those wouldn't work for you. Just because something didn't work for me or I didn't see that great of results doesn't mean that it might not work for you. We get one more in before the alarm comes off. Michelle Tidler, she's been a long time watcher. I love seeing new names, and then I love seeing really old names, those OGs that have been with me for the last 2 years. She poses a tough question, guys. Between New Me and The Rock, which would I say I saw most improvement in? That is a tough one, because first I tested The Rock for like 4 weeks, and then I did a whole nother test testing it for 2 weeks, which isn't very fair to compare to New Me because I only tested New Me for 2 weeks. But in those 2 weeks, I did see some improvement. So I feel like if I would have tested New Me for like 4 weeks, we probably would have seen pretty comparable results like we did with The Rock's 4-week test. But you know what I did love about New Me? That it was like a one and done sort of thing. You put it on in the night, you go to bed, and that's it. I did see more improvement with The Rock, but I tested it for longer. So yeah. Okay, so we did it. Our 8-hour Getting It Done in 2020 challenge is over. And what did we accomplish? Let's look. When I go over it in my head, I don't feel like it was a lot. I will tell you that. But we worked nonstop and we did get a lot of stuff done. I wasn't thinking by any means that I was gonna get everything knocked out on that list in 8 hours, but those are things that I do need to get done. Did I clean my mini blinds? Nope. Did I clean my windows? Nope. I did repair that succulent frame, so that's one. Oh, I did organize my kitchen desk cupboard and drawers. Technically, I wanna say that's 2 things, but I only had it on 1 thing on the list. I didn't clean the side yard. I did answer some comments, not all of them, but some. Actually, I shouldn't take that off the list. I really need to get caught up on that. I did clean off the fridge. I couldn't grout the kitchen sink. I mean, to no fault of my own. You saw me. I prepared the sink for grouting. I just couldn't actually grout it. Oh, I disassembled and got rid of that frame. Yep, I sure shit did. I made under the bed storage. I replaced some of my cupboard dots. I didn't get all of them replaced. Oh, but 2 things that we didn't anticipate. I hung the garage Christmas lights. I'm adding that to the list just so that I can put a check mark by it. And we cleaned all those old gross votive holders. So in our 8 hours, 4, 5, we got 8 things done actually. I guess the point of the story would be, it's not necessarily how many things you get done, it's that you got things done. We were efficient with our time. Some projects took longer than others, but basically we did 1 project an hour for 8 hours. And we took a lunch break, and we took nice little walks. We got more inspired, and we got a lot of things off of the list. That is amazing. I'm actually super proud. And while it was hard work, it was work that needed to be done, that I know for a fact I wouldn't have gotten done as many of the things. I maybe would have cleaned that out and then I would have called it a day. Like, I guarantee that wood frame would still be sitting in my sitting room. The succulent thing, I actually took it off my bathroom wall and put it on my dresser. It would still be sitting there. Your comments would still be not answered. There are little things like that that if I wasn't being very task oriented, there are many things that wouldn't have gotten done today at all. Guaranteed 100%. And this day basically inspired me. Not that every time I have a day off, I'm gonna do as many things as I can get done in 8 hours, but I might say 4 hours, maybe from like noon to 4. It was inspiring, and it's also nice to look and be like, yeah, we achieved a lot today. I wanna thank, what was his name, Beau, for his video and inspiring me to get all of these things done. And I hope that this video is inspiring to you and that you make a little list, give yourself a time frame, set an alarm. That really was helpful. Set an alarm for every hour just so you can step away, take a walk around the block, play a game on your phone, eat some ice cream, whatever it is, and then come back. Because that was helpful and it just like rejuvenated me to continue on with the day. Yeah. if you guys do make a list and challenge yourself, let me know in the comments and let me know for how long and what you got done. Like maybe on Sunday, every Sunday, get some shit off of your list. Like I said, just set a 4-hour time frame. It doesn't have to be all the time, and it definitely doesn't have to be 8 hours. I am daring you to do this end of the year 2020 challenge, or even beginning of the year 2021 challenge. Maybe start the year off fresh, get a bunch of things done that you have been putting off, just like I have. That said, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so that you are alerted to all of the DIY Wednesday videos I push out, which is every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you share this video with your family and friends and maybe inspire them too. And as always, thanks for hanging out.